winner circle today. Got a wonderful guest, but before that, it's my duty to thank DP World and the ICC for hosting such a wonderful event. If ever there could be a curtain raiser for what's coming up tomorrow, I don't think it can be any better than having the man on my right. I mean, I'm never used to calling him the hitman, but because it's the winners circle, I think it's about time I gave it a shot. Welcome on the winners circle, hitman Rohit Sharma.
Thanks, Ash. Pleasure to be here. Good evening, everyone. Good to be here.
All right, Rohit, I think I'll jump straight into it. Look, I think home World Cup is something that's very, very special, and it's in the neck of the woods. What do you make of this particular edition of the ICC T20 World Cup? A lot of teams have come through. Zimbabwe made it to the Super 8s. What are your thoughts? How's the World Cup been so far?
Um, I'm not surprised with how the tournament has gone so far. Every year passing by, you see uh, the level of cricket that is being displayed uh, for the audience to watch. It's been superb. Till from the first game till we finish the finals, there has been always some entertainment that has been displayed by the opposition and the team that is playing in the middle. So I'm not surprised with how the tournament has gone so far. Yes, there have been teams who made it to Super 8s, and there have been teams who have not made it to Super 8. But that doesn't mean the work that they've put in throughout the year to be here in this ICC tournament has gone to waste. I think credit has to be given to all the teams who have firstly qualified to come and play this ICC tournament, because we know ICC tournaments are not easy to play. But credit to all those 20 countries who've qualified to play, and now obviously we remain with the four teams. And Yeah, it's been good to watch. I've been not able to watch all the games, but the games that obviously India has played, I've watched every bit of it, and I've loved so far whatever I've seen. How the team has played under pressure, without pressure. It's been always nice to watch that game.
Pressure and without pressure, I'll get there. That's supposedly where I will eventually get. We got a trophy after a long time under your leadership, but that can wait until I put this question past. There's a lot of debate going around right now about the utilization of data, non-utilization of data, etc., etc. And as a captain who's been a pioneer in terms of winning T20 championships, not just in the ICC events but otherwise as well. What are your takes on that, and how important is it going to be when we jump onto a big day like tomorrow?
Look, it depends on every individual, every team, every coach and captain to use or absorb what is there in front of them. I usually preferred to do my homework really well and use it to my advantage. And see, I understand there are a lot of guys who don't like data, and that doesn't mean it's wrong with those guys. It just they prefer that way, and it's my responsibility, and obviously the coach's responsibility as well, to try and cut it down for them, and then make it easier for them to understand what they need to do come the game time. So I used to spend a lot of time in the team room. Obviously you know that, which I used to love. I used to love spending time there just to analyze and see what is there. What the oppositions are doing, where are we lacking as a team, what we need to do to improve as a team, and as a player as well. So I liked using and collecting data, uh, but obviously there was a thin line between going overboard and making it sure that you're not going overboard. So the balance was very important, and you know, with the people that I had around me, I was lucky enough to find that balance where I'm not overdoing it, and at the same time, I'm not completely ignoring it as well. Because right now, if you look at all the teams, they're very sharp, they're very smart, they are analyzing you. So it's time that you analyze them as well. So that's how I trained my mind, and that's how I wanted to take the team forward.
Great. So is it safe to say that you're a student well prepared for all the questions in an exam?
because I didn't prepare well for my actual exam, so I had to prepare here.
Right. Now that's out of the way, Rohit. And I personally know how much you spend time along with Rahul Bhai in those meeting rooms and to be completely prepared, leaving no stone unturned. We've got data out of the way now. Let's get to a bit of the winning mentality because that's what tonight is about. When we speak about winning mentality, you had a lot of things going for you when you took over the baton as a captain for the Indian team. But when you did, it wasn't easy, right? A WTC loss, semi-final exit in the 2022 ICC event, and then again 2023, probably the most heartbreaking of them all. I still remember the night where we were, chilling. And not really chilling. It was quite upsetting. From there on, to turn the tide, what really did that for you? What was that winning mindset that changed, or was it just going through it?
No, look, obviously, if you're not going and winning the title, there's something that is missing clearly. And it's not that I knew everything that was missing, but I definitely knew that there needs to be a change in how we play, how we treat our mind. More than the skills, I think it was in your mind, in our mind, how we wanted to approach the game. So a lot of the things, it's not actually one or two things that we did. There were a lot of things that we needed to do uh, to go and win the trophy. Because I saw we were doing everything that we could. We were playing the semi-finals and the finals of almost every ICC tournament. So why not go and win the finals as well? So I think there was whatever. I really don't want to mention the things that were there because it is quite personal. But I'm glad and happy that we could change our mindset and go on to win those trophies after that. But it took a lot of hard work, a lot of understanding, a lot of conversations with the players, hard conversations, tough conversations, which a lot of the players sometimes didn't like it. But as a management, as a player, as a coach, captain, we had to do it because obviously, you're playing the sport ultimately to go and win trophies, not to win bilateral series. So that was something that was missing, and I'm not saying that whatever we did got us the trophy. It was just about making sure that we try and focus on how to win games, and at the same time not be uh, too worrisome about milestones, because I felt like somewhere down the line we were focusing, not focusing, it happened automatically that we were quite happy with the way things were going. We wanted to move things around, we wanted to change things around, and luckily, like I got the support from all the players, coaches, support staff, BCCI, to actually do what we wanted to do as a management and coach and captain.
You might hate me when we get down, and sorry to delve on it a little bit. Adelaide 2022, we had a pretty disappointing semi-final. It's literally heartbreaking. I was a part of the game as well. Then we move on to the 2023 Ahmedabad World Cup game. You had pretty much set the ball rolling in terms of playing a certain brand of cricket, right? Like you were there as if to show that I'm going to be the burning light here. It's okay if I get out, but I'm going to be showing you or paving the way for us to play an aggressive brand of cricket. You go after Maxwell, you get caught again at covers, and that's probably a pivotal point. But you still had it in you to go back in the 2024 T20 World Cup, take the Aussies down, not care about a milestone, not make 100, which could have been very possible. Um, how tough do you need to be mentally to carry on this path as a leader, Rohit?
Yeah, it is quite tough because what you're trying to do is very very risky, and that's when you need the support of all the stakeholders of the team. That includes the selectors, the BCCI, the coaches, and the players as well. Because I cannot do this without the support from the players. And of course, this is something that I wanted to do, and I enjoyed doing that. To be honest, to be very very honest, not looking at the runs I scored, in how much balls or anything like that, just keeping everything aside. What I was trying to do, it gave me so much happiness stepping down the first over, trying to play cross-batted shots. I know those are very, very risky shots and very, very unusual to me.
Right, some reverse sweeps as well.
Some reverse sweeps as well, which I'm pretty sure our batting coach would be very happy with, because we really work hard with all of us, making sure that we try and play all these shots, which can be at the end of the day effective when you're playing a game. So yeah, I was very happy doing what I was doing, and honestly, if the runs came by, I was doubly happy. But even it didn't came by, I never wanted to leave that method of what I was trying to do. Because in our gatherings, in our conversations, we always mentioned about how we wanted to be fearless, how we wanted to not worry about individual scores and stuff like that. And I thought if we are speaking about it continuously, it has to start from the top. The top order batsman needs to take that responsibility, and then I'm glad that the guys who followed us in terms of our batting lineup, they did a great job with making sure we get a decent score on the board.
Sorry, the final question now. What are going to be your key pointers for these next couple of games if you want to see India defend this trophy? Because I did see your campaign as well. जीतेंगे भी defend करेंगे भी something. Yeah.
No, look, I think they're playing really well. I don't think there needs to be any changes that they need to do. Obviously, then the whole thing, the next two game will be all about pressure, and it is going to be uh, very high pressure game, no doubt about that. So it's going to be a great game, but I think we just need to handle the pressure better because, as you saw the last game as well against the West Indies, there was a time where we were put under pressure and some of the guys stood really well. So that is what will be required. I think we need few guys to step up and handle that pressure because if you look at our lineup, there's real quality in that squad. So and you need on that particular day literally two or three guys to stand up and handle that pressure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, captaincy or leadership, as you may call it, could well be powerful, but it's also a source of responsibility. I've had the opportunity and privilege to play alongside a lot of captains for the Indian team. Made some mistakes being one myself, but Rohit, the captain, is someone that's truly beyond exceptional, I would say. And to have the interest of every single member in your squad in your mind and looking after them without the iota of bias is no easy thing. And I've said this before, and I would say this again with Rohit alongside me. Probably the best captain I've played along with ever, and it's a great honor to be here on stage. Let's give it up for him. Thanks, Rohit.
Thanks, Ash.